Okay. My microwave said like 6 a.m.
I'm gonna send you my notes.
Okay.
I got all sorts of time codes and shit. Westmania. Damn, that would suck. I stayed up pretty late last night, like watching all of his shit and getting really into him. That would suck. Slap fighting's brutal.
Yeah, it's wild, right?
Yeah, it is. But it's crazy. This one guy this last guy, he fought a guy 2 days ago who was 6'7", and this dude's 6'1", and twice when he hit the dude lunged his head forward, flinching, and one of the times he fucking hit the dude lunged so far forward that he hit the dude and fucking broke his thumb, so then he had to switch hands.
I thought that was illegal.
It is illegal.
Oh wow,
you're crazy.
That is crazy.
I'm like a full NPC when it comes to some shit. Cannot deny it. I just like whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean your phone does it automatically anyway, so it's like
you
don't really notice.
What's weird is my computer doesn't do it. My laptop doesn't change.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the whole time I've been here, my laptop's been on the wrong time until today. I don't know why my laptop doesn't do it.
Today's the day that it switches over.
Right. So now today my laptop's right, but the whole time I've been here in Arizona before then, it's been fucked up by an hour.
Oh, because you're in a different time zone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Weird.
Yeah, you're all fucked up then.
Hey, dude, someone sent me something saying that the WNBA, I haven't researched this, but someone was saying the WNBA is saying if they don't get paid more, they're taking the next season off. WNBA.
Well, that would alleviate a lot of strain on ESPN.
WNBA refusing next year. Let me see if I type that in. That would be crazy. I would love that. That would be an amazing. WNBA Players Union has opted out of their current collective bargaining agreement, meaning the deal will expire at the end of 2025 season, potentially leading to work stoppage. Oh, wow. Man. Oh, man. Let me hit the news button. That's just an AI.
WNBA expected to lose $50 million in 2024 despite surging interest. This last year.
And then it says Caitlin Clark's refusal to take $1 million offer proves her worth, even though the WNBA star earns much less with the Fever. Jason Whitlock, Caitlin Clark should refuse to play in the woke hellhole that is the WNBA. Well, that's true. I think Caitlin Clark's already proven that she's pretty woke herself.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's done some stuff. No,
she's Iowa. She's from Iowa.
Unfuck me if you need to. I think Iowa's got pretty hardcore. You know,
we're pretty conservative in the Midwest.
Even by the campus, even in what's Des Moines.
Des Moines, yeah, I think so.
I don't know. I never really paid attention. Des Moines. It's Des Moines.
It's singular Des Moines.
Des Moines. So I didn't watch the fights last night. I have no idea who won. Is there a news story on that? ESPN.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know, but there's like a report and outage, website, and I looked it up, and like there were no reports on ESPN having problems until like the pay-per-view started, and then it was like 5,000 reports.
UFC pay-per-view not working leaves fans furious. Dude, the fans aren't furious. Dana must be tripping, dude. I tried to buy the show last night like 150 times.
It's like you had to have bought it like yes. Oh.
Millions, right?
Had to be.
Don't 90% of the people, 95% of the people buy it at the last minute?
Yeah. I don't buy it the week before, that's for sure.
No, I wait till after the prelims are over, and then I go over there, and it's like, give me your $80, and I'm like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
The UFC has delivered countless memorable moments over the years, from brutal knockouts to stunning submissions. Fans have witnessed it all, but what happened when the fights are happening and no one can watch them? That's exactly what occurred during UFC 313. Listen, I don't need that much writing. Just shut the fuck up and get to the story. But what is this? You're not a fucking poet. You're not writing prose. Hemingway. Viewers around the world found themselves fighting a different battle with their streaming services. This wasn't the first time either. UFC 304 faced similar issues when the random NFL graphic and robotic voices interrupted the broadcast. I don't care about an interruption, but fans aren't accepting the technical difficulties as an excuse anymore. Dude, who cares about us, the poor fucking business and the fighters? Hey, because I think the guys on the main card get a cut of the money.
Yeah, that's part of their contract, right? Like however many pay-per-views they sell, they get pieces of
that. The broadcasting problem highlighting growing disconnect between UFC ambitions and its infrastructure. Dude, shut the fuck. I hate this shit. I don't give a fuck about that. Obviously, they don't want it to happen on purpose. Fans reporting unable to purchase the pay-per-view through ESPN Plus. Okay, that's all I needed to know, because I'm sitting there like an asshole and I'm like asking Greg's wife, hey, can you come over here and help me use the TV? Like a fucking jackass.
So what, did you have to have Fight Pass the whole, like, did you have?
No, it didn't even matter. I went to all these. I entered ESPN through different apps, through Apple TV, through Smart TV, through fucking Roku, I entered through your mom's vagina, and you couldn't buy it no matter how you went through it.
Really?
The problem started early on Fight Night. Fans reportedly being unable to purchase the pay-per-view through ESPN Plus, the exclusive provider of UFC pay-per-view. As of yet, the reasons for the glitches in the pay-per-view system is unknown. We will know more in the upcoming months. Which part?
ESPN laid off. Yeah.
I hope so.
No, like probably before.
Like the guy who flipped on the pay-per-view switch got fired?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it would suck if you were throwing a huge party for that.
Yeah, I ended up having to go through an alternative browser.
Who won?
Not Pereira, the other guy.
He didn't?
Yeah, it was a decision. It went the distance.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it was actually pretty wild, because just from what I was watching, so just to like lay some context here, there were like probably 2 fights leading up to the main event that the judges did not score properly.
Oh my God. I saw one fight that was nuts, dude. I saw this guy, Francis. I saw a guy beat the shit out of someone and lose the fight.
Yes.
I text Dalton Rosta. I'm like, did you see that? Your boy just got fucking robbed. And he goes, how bad was it? Francis Marshall. This dude kicked the shit out of someone and lost the fight. Yeah, I did see that fight. That was nuts. This guy, I got to get this guy on the show and see how that makes him feel. This guy beat the shit out of a guy who was 15-1. He fucking knocked the dude down and fucking like completely wobbled the dude and lost the fight. That could have been a 10-8 round even.
Right.
There was another one like that?
I thought so. I couldn't remember which one it was, but I thought there was one where it didn't seem.
Hey, dude,
accurate.
one judge had him winning it 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. And I'm like, yep, that's right. And then the other judges had him lose 2 rounds. It was crazy, dude.
Yeah, it didn't really make sense.
I thought UFC was rigged. Yeah, it made no sense.
Well, I've seen there's one in the past. I don't even remember who it was, but there's probably been maybe 2 out of all the UFC fights that I've ever watched that were like questionable. So that happened, and then obviously the main event happens, and it was a pretty good war. Like Pereira had like 10. Oh, am I frozen? No, I'm good. He had like 10 takedown defenses and was like just mashing Ankalaev pretty well. And Ankalaev tried to take him down a few times. He like would not go down. Maybe got him up against the fence and tried to beat him up a little bit. But I think Pereira pretty handedly made the decision on that. Like he did well enough to get the decision.
I mean, he's the fucking champ, dude. If you don't win, so you're saying that was a bad call too?
I think it was probably close. I think it could have been Pereira. Yeah, it should have been Pereira.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
I agree. I couldn't believe it. You know
Wow,
how, like, I don't know, I don't know judging scorecards or anything, but usually you can just, like, watch a fight and you, like, know who's gonna win.
yeah.
Like, if it goes 5 rounds, and I thought Pereira did plenty to prove that he won that fight. Like, a
Wow,
lot of
that
it.
sucks, dude. That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah.
I know after this fight, after this guy, Francis Marshall fought Joe Rogan, was like, "What the fuck?" Like they were like, and he walked out there and asked the dude, he's like, "Hey, do you think you won that?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, did they feel the same about the Pereira fight? Were they like, "Ooh, the judging's fucked up"?
They didn't really say much about it, but they were just, I mean, they were surprised, I guess, but they were pretty middle of the road on that fight. So maybe I could be wrong.
Man,
But Pereira had some pretty insane, like, leg kicks, had a few good body kicks. He'd beat him up with, like, a left hook pretty hard a few times. Yeah, I don't know.
Todd James, Sevon, did you see Danny started a passes account? I don't know what a passes account is, but I will tell you this: what I did see on Danny's account, and I saw this comment that was just fucking crazy from Justin Kotler. I saw this on her account, and this is crazy, dude. We've always talked about how athletic she is. This is fucking nuts, dude. Have you seen this?
Oh, wow. Oh my God.
Yeah, I thought this was AI. She's a beast, dude.
Holy
This
shit.
this is crazy. But listen what Kotler writes. You're so fucking impressive, Danny. Correct. People don't give you near enough credit for being an all-around elite athlete. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, Justin? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. How are they supposed to give her credit when the whole account is covers for 1970s fucking Skinamax? Her whole account is Skinamax cover boxes.
Playboy magazine.
Just so you know, it doesn't go unnoticed. Yeah, dude. I mean, everyone's always talked about her crazy athleticism, like diving under shit and jumping over shit. I mean, this is next level. This
That
is
obstacle
nuts.
course race at Rogue. That was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
anybody didn't know if you watched her in the obstacle course at Rogue, like, you knew.
Dude, she moves like a fucking freak. This is incredible.
She's
And it's
like
not like she's just doing the shit. It looks amazing.
yeah, right. Yeah, that's fucking nuts.
I like the cartwheel on the balance. I like the balance beam shit.
Oh yeah. It's just just standing on a balance beam is terrifying.
Yeah, that's cool too.
The bar works crazy.
More of this, Danny. Less super beef shit. Just let us like accidentally see the beef. You don't have to go like you don't have to explicitly show it. I don't think. Anyway, impressive. Fuck.
Yeah.
And I don't think as much as I like Collar, I don't think it's no one's fault if they didn't know how athletic she was. If your whole thing is that your forward facing shit is TNA, then people are going to go TNA. A Passes account is a subscription based account that allows users to access exclusive content and experiences from creators. Passes is a social network monetization program. So it's like
It's
like
OnlyFans on a different platform. Yeah.
Passes is the R-rated version of OnlyFans.
Sure. I don't know that.
Are there dudes on there like just playing chess?
On passes?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I wonder how much Danny could sell a live chess game to the highest bidder. Like, hey, do you want to play chess with me? I'll play chess with you. I wonder, would anyone pay $20 to play chess with me? I'll play chess with someone for $20 live.
Yeah, probably.
I should do that.
Shaq's on there.
On OnlyFans or on Passes?
Passes.
Only dudes pay for content.
That's a good point.
Oh, it's so humble of you, Sevon, to play chess with people. You're so humble. Would you pay $20 to see her fully naked? Probably not. It's not the money either. It's just that I would have to get out my credit card, and I wouldn't want anyone ever to know, like, that I wouldn't want anyone to know. But if you sent me a link to her naked, I mean, I'd go look at it for sure. Pretty
Ease
sure.
of access, really.
Yeah. Pretty sure. All right. Well, good thing I'm fucking always prepared to do an amazing show. You guys are fucking lucky. Pat, strap in, buddy. You ready, Mr. Lang? Strap in. Look at your TV close. I hope you have it on the big screen in the next to the lawnmowers today. Okay. Here we go. Police stuff. You guys ready for some police stuff? Here we go.
Is now underway into a Naugatuck police officer's use of a taser during an arrest. Today,
Naugatuck.
the department released
from a stop may be difficult to watch.
No, actually, this isn't difficult to watch at all. Okay, you guys ready? Body cam footage from a cop. Okay, he's telling someone in a car who's like stealing a car or something to chill out. Hey, dude, stop, get out.
Shut it off! Shut the thing off or die!
Body camera footage shows one officer approaching a car.
Now, let me point you that car's already been hit by a police. That he's already shown that he's using the car as a deadly weapon. It's already nose to nose with a police car, right?
Yep.
With the suspect, Gerald Day, inside. The suspect's car then speeding off, slamming into a police cruiser.
Second police cruiser it hit.
The edited video released by police Monday then cuts to this foot chase.
Stop!
Body camera footage from Officer Nicholas Kios shows him using a stun gun on Day as he runs away.
On the ground! On the ground! Ah!
And again, while he's
Tells him twice to get on the ground. He doesn't get on the ground. He's already shown that he's willing to use deadly force and kill a cop. Already.
Mm-hmm.
Shoots him with the stun gun. You good with that so far?
Yeah.
Yep, me too.
lying on the ground.
You know what happened? Put your... All right, you know... Please.
He's telling him, put your hands back. He's obviously having trouble getting his hands back. The guy's already shown he's willing to fucking kill someone.
That clip shows Day under the taser for 8 seconds, the officer holding it directly to his back.
And then tases him for another 8 seconds.
Okay.
In our department, whenever there's a use of force, it automatically triggers an internal review. That internal review process moves forward up the chain of command. Early on in that process, we identified several concerns with this use of force.
The Naugatuck Police Chief says Officer Kios is on paid administrative leave while Naugatuck Police conduct an internal investigation.
Okay, right? Fair enough. I'm cool with all that. I'm cool with doing the investigation. Yeah, 8 seconds go for 30. I know. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, dude, you just stole a car and you fucking ran away with cops, endangering people's lives. You have to, we already know your threat level. And then this, dude. This is fucking nuts, dude. Connecticut police officer arrested for using taser on robbery suspect. They fucking arrested the cop, dude.
For using a taser. On a robbery suspect.
Yeah. Edging, electrical impulses, it could make it challenging to put your hands behind your back. Okay, due to muscle contractions, but you get what you get. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. But you've also told him numerous times to do something. And he's not doing it.
Hey, at
even
most,
when you're not using a taser.
Yeah, and we've already speeding away in a car and fucking hitting 2 cop cars. Like I'm putting you at the highest elevated threat.
Yeah, you're obviously willing to do whatever it takes to get away or harm somebody else.
And that was an apartment complex. What if there was some fucking lady crossing the street with a fucking stroller?
Yeah.
So this guy gets fucking at most I would say this guy might have to go to like taser training.
Sure.
But now all this dude is told is all the cops out there like, hey, don't even fucking bother going after dudes because you're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, exactly. Anytime you're gonna get into a foot chase with somebody now, you're like, well, fuck it. Guess we'll just let him go.
God, this really fucking pisses me off. And isn't that whole area of the country just crazy libtardville?
Where is Naugatuck? Is that Minnesota?
No, I think it's Connecticut. But Minnesota's a great guess. to name a stupid ass town with that stupid ass name, that sounds about something Minnesota would do.
Yeah, Naugatuck is Connecticut. Yeah, that's pretty libtard. Which,
So what's up, Pat? What do you think? Where do you fall on this? We on the same side on this? Dude using a car is a deadly weapon. Gets out. Maybe gets a little over tased.
I think when you do taser training, you at least get it held to you for 8 seconds. It's like a 10-second thing.
It's fucking nuts, man. The way fucking cops are treated is crazy. I think I have another rolling death. F-45 death. I thought I had another cop. Thing.
Couldn't be me, dude. Could not be a cop.
It's brutal.
100%.
It's absolutely fucking brutal. Someone sent me this story. I actually got two good stories about Armenians. I don't know. I think this is old, but it's coming up again. LA officials probing alleged anti-Armenian bank discrimination. Now, we already know that this isn't alleged. I told you when my wife got hit by a car and we had a chunk of cash and we went and visited a lady. This is like 10 years ago. We went and visited a lady who is the president of some group of banks like America West or something in Los Angeles. They had a bunch of banks in Los Angeles, and she was a Jewish lady. My wife's Jewish. I'm Armenian. And I remember the lady looking at me and being like, hey, we don't lend money to Armenians. Oh, we weren't borrowing money, but she just offered up the story. And I go, what do you mean? And she goes, if we see anyone come in to get a bank loan with the last name IAN, we refer them to a bank outside of our district.
What?
Look, Standy's like, we know. I'm just telling you again, in case we have one new listener in the last 10 years.
What's the reasoning for that?
I mean, the same reason you cross the street when you see black people. There's 51% of all murders or 96% of all murders or whatever it is in the fucking country are black people. The good news is if you're not black, you probably don't have to cross the street because it's mostly black on black. But it's because fucking Armenians don't pay back their fucking loans, dude.
Oh.
I mean, clearly. And I've known a lot of immigrant Armenians who come to this fucking country, get a fucking credit card, take it out, max it out, and then fucking leave the country. You know what I mean? Go back to their fucking land. Get a credit card, max out your credit card for 20 grand, and then fucking leave the country. I don't want to say a lot, but some.
It's like the people who go to the hospital and don't pay their medical bills.
Yeah, exactly. They know that I kind of give a little more wiggle room at least. But Los Angeles officials are investigating bank account closures alleged based on Armenian heritage. Not alleged. Not alleged. And a couple of years ago, I did a story on this too. According to in LA, for people who don't know, Los Angeles is packed with Armenians. I mean, there's like Costco's in there wherever the writing's in Armenian, and like every checker speaks Armenian.
Mm.
It's like that. You know what I mean? It's like there's parts that are like a Chinatown, where like there's like, 100,000 Armenians, there 20,000 of them don't even speak English.
Right.
Just everyone has black hair and a hairy back and drives a Mercedes. We need the community's help to fully understand the scope of this potential discrimination. And it's interesting that they don't call it racism, and it is discrimination, but it's I don't think it's like unvalid discrimination. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
There's some large chunk of
Armenians.
Warranted. Yeah, I don't know if it's legal, but it's probably warranted.
Yeah.
In 2023, Citibank was accused of rejecting credit card applications and canceling existing cards solely based on the applicants' had Armenian surname.
Okay.
The practice is known as redlining.
What?
I thought that was only for blacks in the South. Anyway, some of you think it's a joke when I tell you I'm black. I'm black. The revolution will not be televised. I have one more on that same subject. Let me see if I can find it.
I don't think redlining isn't the proper term because Urban Dictionary says redlining is to engage in sexual intercourse at an extremely rapid tempo.
It's to what?
Engage in sexual intercourse at an extremely rapid tempo.
Oh, I love redlining.
I think the bank has it mixed up.
How about this? Oh, it's just a photo. Damn. There's this article. LA Kings apologize for Armenian Heritage Night. Scarves were made in Turkey. Offer refunds in exchanges. They have LA Kings scarves with the Armenian flag on them.
Yeah.
And they're made. Oh man.
Fuck, that's funny.
Poor Armenians. Armenians the new black. Yeah, Susie, he didn't show. No show. Yep. No show for West Mania. I know, sucks. Especially since I prepared so hard for the fucking podcast. What are you gonna do?
Cry.
Who cares where they're made? All Trump's MAGA hats are made in China.
China.
Didn't the Crazy Hawaiian didn't show up for his second interview either. And I think the Crazy Hawaiian and Wes Mania are close friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe they're
he's in Wes's corner when Wes fights.
maybe they're colluding against Armenians as well. They just don't go on to Armenian podcasts.
It's solid. Hey, that's where I would take it. That's where a good black man would take it. So I'm going to take it. Yeah.
Only logical. It just makes sense.
Yep. Some UFC fight. Wait, where is it? Some UFC fight upsets. Yeah, we fucking. It's called some fucking cheating judges.
Justin Gaethje won though, so that was cool.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Did he knock that dude out?
No, but he did beat the fuck out of him pretty good.
Because Faziz is a bad dude.
Yeah, they went back and forth pretty. They would like center the octagon, duke it out for a little bit. But
wow,
like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
Justin Gaethje got it. He got like a fucking. I don't know how it happened. He ducked a shot, or he ducked a punch, and then he came up, grabbed Faziz by the back of the head, and then just came up with a right uppercut right into his fucking chin, almost knocked him out.
Wow,
it was wild. It was so sick.
Savage. Was that the co-main event?
Yeah.
That was a 5-rounder.
Oh no, that was only 3 rounds, but so it was the one before the main event. It was not a co-main, I don't think.
Interesting.
It was fight of the night though.
Yeah, usually before the fight before the main one is also 5 rounds. Interesting.
Yeah, it was like a short card. They were talking about how it was going to be a quick night, which I mean, it ended at like 12:30. So
I wonder how much money the UFC lost by not having the pay-per-view ready.
Oh, it had to have been millions. I mean, just alone, if you saw like 3,000 people reporting outages on the ESPN website, I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's a fraction of how many people are actually having problems with it.
Did Bryce Mitchell fight?
No, I don't think so.
No. Yeah.
I think isn't he supposed to fight like next week or something? It's coming
soon.
up.
Yeah, soon. That's going to be a good one. Those guys have been. Did you see the guy trying to hand him a globe?
Yeah.
In the press conference.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't fight till next month.
Hey, you can just be openly anti-Semitic, right? You can just be like, who runs all the banks? People will be like, Jews. Right? Who are all the CEOs of the major Fortune 5? Jews. You can't do that with other races, right? You can be like, okay, who robs everybody? Jews. That's right. Oh, it's blacks, guys. It's blacks. Because you can just say it. You can just.
This guy is fucking great.
It's Jews.
That's
awesome.
Hey, all of this stuff on all of this stuff about the campuses is being so misrepresented.
About
I
the
really-
government
I really
defunding.
I really like Ian Carroll, and but they keep talking about it as being against free speech, and it's like, hey, dude, it has nothing to do with fucking free speech. I don't know what the laws are if they're banning free speech, but it's the campus doesn't have the same rights as just you walking down the street. Like you can walk down the street and say fucking I hate black people or I hate Jews. That's not the problem. The problem is doing it on a campus. A campus has different rules. The problem is fucking sleeping on campus. You can't fucking sleep on campus. The problem is breaking windows at campus and taking buildings hostage.
Preventing students from walking across the courtyard.
Yeah, and those students are supporting, which is a fucking well-known terrorist organization. Hamas isn't like in fucking denial that they're not a fucking terrorist organization.
Oh, they know.
Yeah, they know. Hezbollah knows.
know.
They know. Yeah. It's in their charter to kill all Jews. Did you see China said they're ready to go to war with us?
Yeah, when I read that, I was like, oh fuck, that's pretty gnarly. But then I was looking, I like read a little bit more about what the president of China said, and it was like, however the United States decides to like
Go to
attack
war.
us.
Yeah, whether
like,
it be tariffs or any other way, we're
right.
ready.
So yeah, exactly. So when I read that, obviously my mind goes straight to like, oh, we're fucking shooting them up and we're gonna go invade Taiwan or some shit. But then I like nowadays I don't think you're gonna have like a large scale ground war very quickly. Like it's gonna be like tariff war, or you're gonna tax them, or you're gonna info war, whatever it is. Like it's going to be more indirect than like the way we fought the Taliban and ISIS and everybody else in the Middle East.
How do you feel about Trump telling private colleges how to discipline their students? I fucking love it. Private colleges, public colleges, if they protest without a permit. Yeah, if you protest without a fucking permit on listen, dude, if you want to fucking protest, do it fucking legally. I fucking love it. People are paying fucking. Hey, dude, they would never tolerate that like at fucking Disneyland. Why would you tolerate it at a place of higher education? I mean, I know they let looters come in and just clean out 7-Elevens. But I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that shit at all. I'm not okay with fucking 5,000 people fucking marching onto a campus and fucking shutting it down. I'd bring out the fucking water cannons, dude. That's the government's job. We pay our taxes so that they'll protect places so that we can work in the free markets. There's a guy in I was riding around yesterday on bikes with Greg, and we passed this house, and the house is probably like 40,000 square feet.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded big, and it's got a skate park inside and a basketball gymnasium. It's just nuts. You know what I mean? It's like a fucking castle. It's so beautiful, big sprawling lawns, all this shit. I asked Greg, how'd this dude make his money? And he said the guy basically, owned a bunch of educational institutions. And how that works is once your educational institution can use government-issued student loans to get into a college, it becomes just a racket. They become fucking degree mills. So you and I open a college, right?
Yep.
And then we rush to get it fucking certified so that we can that our degrees are like valid, our junk degrees are valid, so that we can take student loans for it. And then fucking the money just starts piling in because kids will take out shitloads of student loans to go to these schools, get their fucking degree in fucking, transgender
philosophy.
Yeah, or transgender clothes making. And the nuances of transgender clothes making. You get a Bachelor of Science in that, or a Bachelor of Arts in that, and then you just start making shitloads of cash, just shitloads. shitloads and shitloads. And so I'm like, wow, so that's just one giant fucking racket and scam. He goes, yeah. And the more degrees you can offer and the more you can get validated by the U.S. Department of Education as a, valid degree, then you're fucking good to go. Start cranking the money.
Wow. I guess, so he like built the university. Like you can just build a university and be like, hey, I'm going to accredit this.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah. You could build something fucking online. I'm sure you got to grease a lot of skids, but that's what he did. So he started opening up all these educational institutions that could take student loans. And we know, I think student loans are like over $1 trillion now.
Easily.
Student loan debt. Pat, you want the government to go into private property and micromanage political environment? No, I want the government to be like, hey, if you're going to let fucking people on campus fucking rioting, then and you can't maintain it, then we're not going to give you federal funds. And it's all violent, dude. They don't have any peaceful protests. They don't do any peaceful protests. What are you talking about? You don't see any libs doing peaceful protests. And on the flip, you don't see any conservative people doing violent protests. What about Jan 6? What about Jan 6? Yeah, that was the lib FBI agents too. Yeah, Southampton Institute of Technology. Thank you. I don't even know if that's real, but that's exactly right, Patrick. And name one right, Columbia University. How about that? Done. That quick. I saw this story. Sevi, there was a tranny in West Canada that tried to murder his own kids, slit the throats. Yeah, and do you know that person got out? That person got out, and the kids are fucking freaking out. That person got out. That tranny got out like right away. That tranny wasn't even held. Slit their fucking kids' throats, and then the kid's in fucking the hospital, and the fucking tranny was out before the kid got out of the hospital.
Oh my god.
Hey, dude. Imagine this, Pat. Imagine breaking a window at your fucking elementary school. What would have happened to you? If you broke a fucking window on purpose at my high school, you'd have been expelled. And Pat, we know that a ton of those people are hired bad actors by fucking Soros, that they're not even students. They're professional rioters, organizers of riots. So take that. Is it raining where you're at, Caleb?
Yeah, can you hear that?
Yeah, it's nice. A little pitter patter of rain.
Yeah. It's been raining since like 2 a.m. Just big old thunderstorm.
Born and raised as a Muslim in Cairo, Egypt, but I grew up as a child in the 50s in the Gaza Strip. And the reason I was in Gaza was because Gaza at that time was part of Egypt. I attended Gaza elementary schools where we learned hatred, vengeance, retaliation. Peace was never an option.
Peace was never an option. I was raised in Gaza. At my elementary school, I was taught peace was never an option. I was raised in school in Gaza.
The concept of peace was something foreign. Actually, the word peace was never even mentioned.
From 5 years old till kindergarten to my senior year, peace was never mentioned as I went to school in Gaza. Just violence.
In the services of any mosque, we recited poetry.
Even when we went to church, peace was never mentioned. It was only violence. It was only violence. That's how the kids were trained.
Every day in the school, wishing upon ourselves to die as martyrs.
The kids were taught that dying as a martyr, killing Jews in the Gaza Strip. All the kids, all the years were taught that dying as a martyr, killing Jews was of the highest the most prestigious thing you could do.
You know, I used to see girls reciting this poetry while they're crying. They would wish upon themselves to die as a martyr. See, our value system was about victimhood, thinking of ourselves as victims, or to be a martyr, to go
brainwashed the entire fucking generation, 2 generations, 3 generations to die as a martyr. We're victims, victims, victims. Go and kill everybody.
Kill everybody and die as a martyr, either a victim or a martyr. There is nothing in between. Women don't go to mosques, but we used to hear the service of the mosque either on radio or on TV. And I remember every Friday prayer, the sheikh would be at the end of the sermon, he would curse, may God destroy the Jews.
May God destroy the Jews. 100% of the Gazans were preached and taught that from when they were born till they actually killed a Jew.
And the infidel and even the Christians and non-Muslims, and he would call non-Muslims the enemies of Allah. If you grow up with cursing as a form of prayer, it can feel and sound normal. Hatred can be normal because who am I to judge? I never noticed that this is not holy. So this is how I grew up. 22 Arab countries did everything they could to make life impossible for Israel to exist. The Arab League forbade absorbing the so-called Arab Palestinians, rejected to give them citizenship in any Arab country.
And none of the Arab countries would take any of these Palestinians in. None of the Arab countries would take any of these 2 million brainwashed Jew killers in.
Country. So you could see a Palestinian born in Cairo, for instance, and never get the citizenship and die in Cairo. They are born and die in Syria, a Palestinian, and they never get a citizenship. Why? Because the Arab...
You could be born a fucking Palestinian in fucking Syria or Egypt and never fucking get citizenship.
Wow.
Because the Arabs
League wanted the Palestinian problem never to be solved. This is not their agenda. The agenda is to keep them refugees from birth to death. The culture was so for sacrificing. They encouraged women to stand up in front of the cameras and say, I gave my son to the jihad and I want my other children.
The most prestigious thing a parent could have if you're a Palestinian in Gaza is a child who died killing Jews. You have any thoughts about that existing as a 2-state solution? Sorry, not fucking one of you would live next to that.
To die in the jihad. Women who are for life, for peace, were looked down upon. Women who would be radical, if not more radical than men, who will promote jihad for their children, were lifted up as honorable women to be respected in society. So for a woman to be respected in Islamic society, you have to be as radical, if not more radical, than men.
To be willing to sacrifice your fucking kid. That was the highest level a woman could get in Gaza. Still is to this day.
For what?
The highest level that you can get to be exalted by your peer group is not to have a #1 song, not for your kid to be Justin Bieber, but for your kid to die killing Jews. And then all the neighbors came over and brought you baklava.
Wow.
And that is why a lot of women are silent. They are proud to give their children to jihad. It's the only way to go to heaven is to go and kill the infidel.
Think about that. It's the only way to go to heaven is to die in the process of killing Jews. That's fucking like 87% of that fucking landmass of those 2 million people. Believe that.
And die in the process. The Arabs of Israel were pushed constantly. They are rejected from being absorbed and constantly pushed against the borders with Israel in order to keep the problem alive.
You can read all about this too. The Russians played a big role in this too in the 60s. That the whole fucking Palestinian thing was just a psyop. That's when they switched them from a nationality to an ethnicity. Let's make this a group of people and do a psyop on them and run their whole psyche so that it's just their whole psyche and premise for being alive is to kill Jews. And they put Yasser Arafat in charge. He was put in. He's a KGB guy put in by the KGB.
The Arab world doesn't have a shortage of land. If you look at the Arab world from the Atlantic Ocean, Morocco, all the way to Persia, from Turkey all the way to Sudan. At that time, when I was a child, the Sinai was practically empty desert. Nobody lived in the Sinai. Like today, there is Sharm el-Sheikh, all the nice beaches. This was a military zone. And there is absolutely no need, no pressing need for Arabs to be so dwelled on wanting to throw the Jews in the sea. This international conflict called the Arab-Israeli conflict really is a fabrication. This is not a conflict over land. And anybody who thinks it's a conflict over land is misguided because we don't see the truth. The truth is Arabs, there is something in Islam, anti-Jewish, anti-Christian, especially anti-Jewish. And I will tell you why.
I don't know. She's pretty hot. Yeah, she probably was in her day. That's for sure. Hammers under the blouse for sure. Big old floppy dogs under there. Aren't ideologies fun? Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
It's wild.
Yeah, she's got great hair. What think of all the women that are covered, beautiful women that are covered that we don't get to see. Big brown eyes, fucking porcelain skin.
What's crazy is like when that's all you see, like you just get accustomed to like identifying somebody's beauty by their eyes, and you just you just pick that out.
And that's how they roll there because they're ninjas, and all you see are their big fucking saucers.
Yeah, and you just see that, and you're like, that's hot.
You can't even see the floppy dogs under the burqa.
You don't even know, dude. It's all in the eyeballs.
Sevi, did you see the 1,800 Christians and Alawites in Syria who were killed over the weekend by ISIS, who took over ousting Assad? No. Fuck.
Yeah.
I saw something that happened in Africa, though. I saw that like 90 Christians were fucking slaughtered in a village somewhere last week.
Mm-hmm. That happened too.
I need one of those sweatshirts from Vindicate.
Yeah, dude. They're nice.
Caleb falls asleep thinking of Brianna's eyes. Jesus Christ.
Wow, you guys are brutal today.
Wow. It's a married man. What are you guys talking about? He got a fucking wife.
Definitely don't fall asleep thinking about your eyes, Tandy.
I fall asleep thinking about your hammers, though. Left-wing theater managers who invited 200 migrants to a free show will abandon the building and face bankruptcy as refugees still refuse to leave after 3 months and spark a wave of sex-related violence. I wish this article was better. I don't understand exactly what happened here. But there were these 200 African refugees, and they invited them to come see a play at this theater in France. Okay?
Mm.
And they didn't leave.
This sounds like
they slept there, dude, and they won't leave. Imagine they came to watch a fucking play.
Ooh.
What does that fucking mean they won't leave? Don't you just call the cops and they come in there and just with billy clubs and beat the fuck out of them and drag them out into the street in paddy wagons and throw them in jail?
Yes. Just tear gas them.
Yeah, what do you mean they won't fucking leave? Dude, it's so sad. The businesses around the theater are fucking going bankrupt because these dudes are just out front fucking raping bitches, selling drugs. Left-wing managers, of course, of a Paris theater occupied by hundreds of homeless African migrants are set to abandon the building because of sex-related violence. They say the crisis at the Gay Lyric, one of French capital's most historic art venues, is now so explosive that retreat by this Friday is their only option. Some 200 mainly young men moved in last December when the management gave them free tickets to a Refugees Welcome France conference. But when the conference was finished, the migrants, who were mostly come from France, former West African colonies, refused to leave the venue. Performances were soon canceled, losing the theater thousands in revenue. Makeshift beds were placed around the stage and auditorium. There are now 446 people living inside illegally, most of them claiming they are minors under the age of 18 who deserve permanent housing.
How do they... You just go to a play and you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to stay.
Fuck it. Yeah, I'm staying the night.
Really? You must be really hard up, dude.
Beyond fights breaking out because of sexual tensions, migrants. I need way more fucking background.
One of them nabbed a hot chick, and then the other one's like, "No, that's my hot chick. I saw her first," and they start fighting each other.
Who gets to rape her?
Yeah, exactly.
Despite this statement, yes, the staff have always been welcoming and sheltering the occupants. And in December, Paris's socialist-led council, of course, it's take from socialists. Socialists don't bring anything to market. All they do is take from one group and give to another group, which owns the building, claims it looked for accommodations for the migrants, but none were available. A judge of Paris's court ordered the evacuation of the building on February 13th, but the council has refused to involve the police.
Why? Now you're losing your building.
This is fucking nuts. The Bistro, the restaurant next to the venue, a popular spot for theater goers to eat and drink before and after the shows, has already lost 30,000 euros in lost revenue. Yeah, they're gonna fucking go out of business. No one's gonna go there. They're ruining my business, says manager Aya, herself the daughter of Algerian migrants. So they got fucking a black-owned business next to this fucking theater that's going out of business because they're fucking letting these Africans fucking squat there.
Yep.
They hang out around my terrace smoking joints, fighting among themselves. Not only do we no longer get theater goers because the theater is shut, but we don't get passerbyers. Yeah, no thanks. No one wants to go anywhere where young men are congregating.
No.
The 1,800-seat building that houses the current theater group was built in 1862 and became celebrated for staging operas. France has since reinforced its borders with 6 of its neighboring countries: Belgium, Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, Spain, Switzerland. I don't believe it. You guys haven't fucking secured shit.
No way.
You haven't secured shit. There's no fucking civil. There's no the society's fucking collapsing. When all you need to go in there is with some water cannons and tear gas. You tear gas inside, and as they come out, you shoot water cannons and blast them as they come out the door, like a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And whoever shoots one of those guys as they come out of the building the farthest, like, you know what I mean? When the water cannon hits them, the further you get a raise. Like if you send a guy like 70 yards down the street with a water cannon, you get a raise.
You send somebody to the Eiffel Tower with your water cannon?
If I would love to do water cannon, I would just aim for people like on bikes and shit. I'd aim for people's heads, their feet. I would never go for the midsection. I'd either go for feet or head. You know what I mean? Just so it's like a fucking topsy.
Yeah, you just flip them.
Yeah.
Like if you can flip somebody twice, then you get a donut or something. I don't know. You get a croissant.
I went to the rodeo in Scottsdale. And
like a fucking real rodeo, like
like a real rodeo,
bull riding and barrel racing and shit.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 or 4 days. I just went to the bull riding part.
Okay.
And all I like to think about. Do you remember that video that was going around where the bull jumped over the fence? Oh yeah, bowling for Africans. Yeah. Or just anyone. It could be, today we have bowling for Syrians. Today we have bowling for Mexicans. Today we have bowling for whoever all the migrants are. Yeah, that's cool. Hey, dude, think of how much money you could charge. That could be like an event. You could sell 5 minutes or like 2 minutes at the water cannon for like $1,000.
Yeah, it's like the running of the bulls, except you just
and then you give all the money to them for their next shelter they go to.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like a fundraiser. Hey guys, you're gonna leave, but we're gonna raise you $100,000 to buy you like a field you guys can sleep in.
You're not gonna like it, but
oh, that would be awesome. And if you accidentally like kill someone, you have to pay like an extra $1,000, or maybe you get your money back. I don't know. Depends on how you want it. I was supposed to go see. Oh, well, let me finish this. When I was at do you remember that bull riding video where the bull, it was on Instagram, it went viral, and the bull jumped over into the crowd and then it ran out into the concession area and flipped that lady? Did you see that? It was less than a year ago. Did you ever see that video?
Yeah.
So the whole time I was there, I just kept thinking, fuck, if one of these bulls comes out, like, what am I going to do with my boys? Like, where am I going to take them? we were gonna go see a full orchestra play Coldplay covers.
Oh wow. Okay.
And it was outdoors and it rained here, so we didn't go see it.
Oh man, that would have been sick.
Yeah, it would have
Love a
been
good
totally.
Coldplay concert.
Oh, here's the article. Here's the article. This is so fucking sad.
Did anybody get stomped at the rodeo?
Yeah, I saw some people get stomped. Nothing bad, but stuff that's like, holy fuck! Like I don't want my kids doing that, dude. There were 8-year-olds riding fucking little bulls. It was crazy, dude.
Did they have like did they have like the hogs at all? Like where they put the kid rides a hog or something?
No, all it was dudes riding bulls, and it started off with little kids with smaller bulls all the way up to the pros, or I assume they were pros. One of the guys was like a California national champion. I saw one dude ride a bull for like past the 8-second mark, rode it another 10 seconds, and then just dismounted. There was only one like clean dismount. Everyone else was getting just fucking thrown in the air and kicked, and
you got to be so lucky to be able to jump off like that.
A police officer killed, another injured in shooting involving 14-year-old suspect, authorities say. This is fucking crazy. Detective Joseph Azunko was shot and killed, and another detective was injured in a shooting on Friday night in New Jersey. Prosecutors also confirmed the 14-year-old suspect was shot and is expected to recover. So a 14-year-old killed a fucking cop. But there was something in this that caught my eye. Like 4 cops have been shot in the last week in New Jersey. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, it's fucking nuts. It's horrible. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is. Oh no, not in the last. In just the last 3 hours, there have been 4 police officers shot and 1 is dead. 2 officers from Charlotte, Mecklenburg, North Carolina PD or NC. I don't know what NC is.
North Carolina.
Okay. Both are expected to recover. 2 officers from Newark, New Jersey. Tragically, 1 officer has made the ultimate sacrifice.
Wow.
Who the fuck shoots at police? Jesus, this picture is crazy. Cardiologist quickly, how to quickly lose hanging belly.
How to quickly get a virus on your computer.
If you click that?
Yeah, any of those articles probably. You think that blonde chick's AI or no?
Did you see that? Did you see that account that I sent the other day?
Yeah. They're getting really good.
Yeah, I mean, I was tripping.
Like it used to be like the hands were fucked up and you could that's how you could tell. But now it's like the hands actually look like hands and the depth of the picture looks like normal depth.
Did you see the State of the Union, or I don't know, it wasn't State of the Union, but it trumps up. There was a girl who's like, I don't know if it was Lake and Riley's sister, but one of the girls that was killed by the migrants, her sister was in the audience, pretty girl, long black hair.
Yep.
And she was standing there clapping. Did you see her hand?
No.
Have you ever seen a mole's hand? Not a gopher, but a mole's hand. It's like this, like it's like a paddle. It's weird.
Yeah. Like okay.
She had a little mole hand. It was crazy. I noticed it.
Like this?
Yeah, it looked like that. She had one of those. But it was pink. She had it was fucking crazy.
Okay. That's weird.
Anyway, I screamed it out. I'm like, oh shit, look at that chick's mole hand. And everyone in the room started laughing. Like, I think it was inappropriate. But she had 5 little fingers and like a little mole hand. And she was like, she clapped. It was so trippy.
Huh. That's weird. Your hand actually looks really small when you do that. Like it looks like you have 2 different sized hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little optical illusion.
Fucking guy said, that was really humble of you to post your video. Like, what?
Yeah. Very humble.
The fuck are you saying?
Because it's embarrassing if you don't do well.
Like, how about fuck you?
Is it humble of Bryson to post his redo?
Did he post his redo?
Yeah.
How'd he do?
Better.
That video of Bryson doing the workout has fucking 20,000 views.
That's
he has,
wild.
he has more views of him and JR doing it than like dudes who got like 700,000 followers on Instagram.
That's crazy.
I know. It's fucking cool.
That is super cool.
It was probably a good perspective for him too, because you know, Bryson's a fucking great dude, and since he's Taylor's Robin to Taylor's Batman, he has to see Taylor go every Saturday and put it on the line. So probably Bryson's like, holy fuck. That was probably like, I mean, for me it was like nothing watching him go, but for him it was probably fucking intense. He knows like all the assholes in the world are gonna judge him.
Yeah. I mean, who would have thought it?
I don't think most people do. I think that's just in your head. I don't think anyone really cares what your time is. Like, no one's like, you suck. I don't think.
There are probably some people who think that, but those people are also small, retarded people.
Yeah, like what I mean,
I would be, if I knew that there were 1,000 people watching, and then last minute, J.R. Howell says he's going to do it alongside me, and I had a really good time before, and I need to beat that time because I put in a lot of hard work, I'd probably be tripping pretty hard.
Yeah, see, there you go. I didn't even think of any of that. So that's the shit. Yeah, when you do your shit live, I mean, at least me, when I post it, I get to like do it, and then it's like, I don't do it live. At least I get to record it. I could be like, yeah, if my dick fell out of my pants or something, I don't have to put it up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna go do it by myself later today.
I'm set. Somebody. You know what's funny too is I'd set some rings up next to the workout. So if I got to the muscle ups, like, because there wasn't a bar I could do, so I was just gonna do. And then afterwards, I was like laying there, like barely able to breathe, laughing at myself, like, yeah, you were doing your muscle ups, you jackass.
I feel the same way. Like, I was like, oh, I could just go do it like at this open gym that we have, and I'll just do it by myself, and I'll film it and I'll post it or whatever. I was like, well, those bars don't have I can't do bar muscle ups on them because it's like a double pull up bar, like 2 parallel bars. So like if I get to the muscle ups, like probably I won't be able to do them. I'm like, likelihood of me getting to the muscle ups this time is not high.
I know some people were doing chest to bar when they got to the muscle ups.
Oh yeah,
I think that's what Sarah Cox did or something.
Mm.
Only Reddit users care about your time so they can shit on it. Did I get a thread? Did I get another Reddit thread? That'd be awesome.
Oh, let's find out.
Reddit me. Okay, you guys, let's talk about deaths in sports. Who's dying in what sport? I didn't even try to do this. This just happened. A mother of 4 died during an F-45 class in NSW. I think that's New Zealand. GoFundMe's been set up to support the family.
New South Wales.
Oh, is that what it is?
Set up to help support the family.
I know this will not bring Lumepa back, but it's something that I hope we as a community can come together just to help the family.
$20,000 has been raised so far. A mother of 4 has died during an F-45 class in New South Wales. Lumepa Lower Lower collapsed during the workout class.
So what do you think? What do you think's crazier? Her dying in the class and no one running over and be able to save her life, or Lazar Jukic's death? It's a rhetorical question, or I don't know if we need an answer to it, but
nobody in the class being able to save her.
Yeah, like she died, and like she died. Like, who's responsible for that?
Right?
Is she responsible for it? Is Lazar responsible for his death?
Is everybody?
Who's responsible for it?
You want to hear a crazy story?
Yeah, please.
First Friday Night Lights. So what is that? Friday after the open workout got announced, 25.1. My affiliate had like a whole thing. They were the one that I go to back home. They do the whole thing, and one of the members ends up having like a heart attack in the middle of the open workout. And my entire affiliate is police, doctors, nurses, firefighters, paramedics, all of them. And the owner has an AED and all the first aid equipment and like emergency action plan and everything. They were able to resuscitate him, slap pads on him and everything. brought him back to life before the paramedics showed up and saved his life.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, because there were people there who knew what to do.
And if not, that person would have died.
Yeah, probably.
I'm surprised the story has a happy ending. I was expecting something crazy.
No, I know. Me too. I had my dad goes to that same affiliate, and he was telling me, he was like, yeah, something happened. And I was like, well, that's not reassuring. If anybody has a heart attack, it's pretty. If you're throwing AED pads on somebody,
that's bad news.
Bad news bears, big time.
Dave is responsible for her death too. All right, definitely Dave's fault. Okay, let's move to the next death. 0 deaths in 2024. You remember the Isle of Man TT, Jake Chapman? That's where he broadcasts the show on the Sevon podcast, The Base with Jake Chapman. I was telling you about it back in the day, and no lives were lost in the event organized last year. Interestingly, for the first time since 1982. So this is the first time in 42 years of doing the event that no one died.
Oh my God.
The first fucking time. Hey, dude, they all know. They all know.
Yeah, you're embarking on somebody's gonna die.
Jake Chapman, usually there will be a few a year after to make up for that. Dude.
Got the average straight.
I watched a documentary on it, and there's years that more fans die than riders because the rider goes off the track and fucking kills fans.
Yeah, you have a motorbike, like a 300-pound motorbike going 200 miles an hour, just flying into the crowd.
Dude, there was another story. I think I saw another story about the TT. A dad died on the track, and a brother died on the track a few years later, and then the third brother's still racing.
Wow. You know, he's doing it for them.
Followers on Instagram?
No, for his family. They're like, well, they can't do it anymore, so I got to keep that alive for them.
Here we go. By the way, I didn't search this out. I didn't do this. These are all things that just popped up in my feed this week. It wasn't like, hey, let's do a fucking death thing. What's the fuck is this ad doing here? Let me get rid of that ad. Jesus criminy. Teen student dead after he unexpectedly collapsed at rowing training. This is last month. A senior at the Australian private school has died after he unexpectedly collapsed during a rowing training. Melbourne grammar student Ed Miller collapsed after finished an exercise session on a rowing machine at the school's boat shed on Boathouse Drive. The 17-year-old received CPR before he was rushed to the Alfred Hospital in critical condition and placed on a ventilator.
Wow.
Ed was a loving boy. He adored school and loved rowing. No one loves rowing. That's a lie. At rowing training yesterday, a 12th grade student unexpectedly collapsed at our boathouse on the Yarra River. He was treated immediately with first aid on site with paramedics. The 17-year-old was transported to a hospital where he received expert care from the medical staff. Not good enough, I guess. It is with great sadness that I regret to inform that he died at 3 a.m. this morning. He will continue to provide support with the family, blah, blah, blah. The 17-year-old who had recently competed in Ngambia was set to race at the Australian Henley Regatta.
Wow.
School has 2,000 students. It flew its flags at half-mast and held an assembly on Wednesday. Oh, how nice, an assembly. Oh, look, a pussy.
Is that what that is? It looks like a prostate.
Oh, you're right. It is a prostate. I got a pussy and no wonder I'm gay. Prostate and a pussy confused. Who's responsible for that? Huh?
Probably Dave still.
Do you remember that girl? Do you remember that girl that Trump showed that got the fucking brain damage? She got fucktarded from the volleyball shot. The dude hit her in the head with a volleyball.
Yeah, and she like got paralyzed or some shit.
Yeah, and now she's fat. Did you see that?
Yes. Yeah, I did see that. I wasn't. Was that? Did she get fat from that, or is she No, okay. If that's her,
Are there
all right,
any
never-
fat volleyball players?
No, not normally.
Volleyball player invited to the White House by Trump reveals shocking reason why she was kicked out of her college sorority. So this chick played against a tranny, got hit in the head with a ball, a spike ball, fucked her up and made her,
Yeah.
And page unresponsive. You can wait for it to become responsive. No, I'm fine. Oh shit. Oh wait. Peyton McNabb, the volleyball player recently invited to the White House by President Trump, revealed on Friday that she was kicked out of her sorority for a stunning reason. So this chick got hit in the head by a tranny, right? And we know about that. People say it's an isolated incident. It's no big deal. Leave them alone. There's only 10 trannies playing in sports, right?
Yep.
The 19-year-old was struck in the face with a volleyball that had been spiked by a dude opponent during a high school match 2 years ago, and she suffered a concussion, serious brain damage, and paralysis on one side of her face.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Okay.
We thought we thought that it was bullshit because she stood up. They're like, oh, she's paralyzed, but she like stood up, and it was like a whole thing. And you're like,
yeah, if I'm gonna be completely honest between me and you, and like I'm talking about, I call bullshit on that story.
I think it's like,
but I don't know. But I don't think a dude can hit a ball that much harder than a girl that like they can. You think it's?
I mean, yeah, I think
I like the story because it fits my agenda, but I want to call bullshit on it.
It's like one of those things where you get into a car accident and you just say like, "Oh, my neck hurts," just like right off the bat. Like you don't even know, you haven't even done like a systems check, and you just immediately like, "Oh, my neck hurts."
Okay, but anyway, it doesn't matter when I'm about to show you what happens next, because this is the whole thing. This is the thing where it's like, hey, dude, it's not a fucking isolated incident. This is the chick, the same chick that got her shit. Dudes can serve a ball at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah,
but how fast? Go ahead.
You should see men's volleyball players like hit the
it's
ball.
Crazy.
It's pretty retarded. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, then I'll strike that comment as just ignorant. So the bitch got fucking hit by a fucking tranny, right? And that's not cool. You shouldn't have dudes playing. But this is just to prove how fucking... What's the word when something is everywhere? How prevalent? Is that the word? How
prevalent would be a good word, yeah.
The prevalence of this trannies. The chick, this is her in the bathroom at her sorority. And another tranny she's at her fucking sorority, the same chick that got fucking from the volleyball game.
Yeah.
This is at her sorority, and a fucking dude walks into the bathroom and she films it.
Going to the bathroom?
Why are you in the girls' bathroom?
I'm a trans girl.
But you're not a girl.
Oh, we're doing one of these.
Yeah.
Interesting. Never had this before. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Yeah, I pay a lot of money to be safe in the bathroom.
Me too. Excuse me.
Do you think that's okay?
Not isolated. She got kicked out of the fucking sorority for that. For confronting a tranny in her bathroom.
How intolerant.
Not isolated incident.
That's wild, dude.
Not isolated incident. It's fucking everywhere, dude. What are the odds of fucking getting double trannied? Oh, are these dudes playing?
Yeah. This guy's serving the ball right now.
Is that a black dude?
Yeah.
I didn't know they played volleyball. Can I see it again? That's 115 kilometers an hour. Is that fast? Did you freeze, Caleb? Caleb froze. You fucking used too much bandwidth.
Well, it's fine. It was really fast. 138 kilometers an hour.
How fast is that?
Like 170, 80.
115. Oh shit, that's wild. Okay, 85. so that hurts to get hit in the head with a volleyball at 70 miles an hour.
Yeah, probably. Especially if it's like right up against the net.
I'm trying to get this dude on my podcast. The UK, Jake, bathroom break for you, Jake. The UK is so fucked, dude. I'm trying to get, I hope I can get this dude on the podcast. I want to hear this story so bad. Listen to this shit.
Just interrogated by police for a criminal investigation into a meme that was posted 4 years ago. And if you think that's crazy, in 2 days I must appear in front of the Court of Appeals for another case about memes that were posted 8 years ago.
He's being fucking investigated for memes he posted 4 and 8 years ago on the internet.
By others in a private group chat. I face multiple
in a private group chat. He faces multiple
years in jail for racist memes that I didn't even post myself. And to know that 10 kilometers from here in Brussels, migrant gangs shoot and kill people with weapons of war on a daily basis, but literally none of them get arrested or jailed. I was just interrogated by police for a criminal investigation into a meme that was posted 4 years ago. And if you think that's crazy, in 2 days I must appear in front of the Court of Appeals for another case about memes that were posted 8 years ago by others in a private group chat.
What could you post that was so racist? God, you know what someone should do? You know what would be so funny? Someone went to the WPF event and left a noose in the warm-up area.
It's like what they did to Bubba Wallace at the NASCAR event. They had just like a string hanging from a garage door, and he's like, "Somebody put a noose in my garage door."
You saw the story. They found a noose. A noose is just a type of knot, right? It's just a knot.
It just so happens to be associated with hangings.
So they found a noose at Obama's presidential library while they were building it, and they shut down the entire fucking operation. It's a fucking huge. It's a $1 billion project. It was estimated to be $300 million. The budget's already $800 million. They fucking shut it down. Like send 200 people home for a week, and they had to all do like noose training or something.
Noose training.
The knot for the KKK knot.
Mm.
Are we out of our fucking minds? Like, dude, if you see a fucking noose, just pick it up and give it back to the owner, throw it away. Like, what do you mean? Like,
give it back to the
or
owner.
hang it from the rafters and make it. My fucking rogue rope looks like a fucking it's got like a loop for it, built-in noose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. God, Rogue could have made a killing if they would have, back in the day, in the Western days, if they would have made those loops on both sides. One end around the tree and one end around the guy's neck.
Oh my God.
Hey, I wonder if anyone ever tied a noose and hung someone and the fucking knot slipped out.
When they went to hang them?
Yeah.
Probably
not.
You don't think so?
I don't know. I was looking at the KKK. The KKK hung more black people than white people, but it hung more white people in a broader, in more states than it hung black people. But there was a while where the white people were in the lead. I was looking at the stats for the number of people, because if you like black people, you got hung too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So they were hanging people all over. So there was a while where the whites were winning, like more whites were getting hung than blacks, and then at the last minute the blacks passed them up.
Wow.
I was looking at the stats.
I feel like I require reparations for that.
It's crazy. They hung the white people who harbored the blacks. Harbored. I swear, I wasn't harboring them. They're slaves. I'd fucking quit. I'd flip the script so quick. What?
I mean,
No.
Isn't that? Yeah, wouldn't you just get away with it then, and then you just continue to harbor
Jamal,
them?
get in the barn and start sweeping. I'd be fucking freaking out.
Entebbe.
I wonder if that's irresponsible, like to harbor somewhat people like that if you have kids. I wonder if like you can only do that shit like if you don't have kids. You're like, fuck it, I'll take the risk. But you got kids at home and you're like, sorry, can't risk it. Yeah, the whites who supported the blacks were way more dangerous to the cause. Yeah, for sure. Patrick Clark is questioning the stats. I know. I question them all the time too, Pat. I bet you like no black people were hung. Is that what you're saying? That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If we go just, I think it was pretty much just whites who were hung. And now here we are 200 years later and they're saying it's blacks.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was hung.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't think that
a spaceship came by and picked them up and took them away.
Yeah, exactly.
The aliens took them.
The aliens, dude. Aliens.
Oh, but I'm not done with the UK yet, Mr. Chapman. I'm not done with the UK yet. Oh, yeah. Okay, great question. Sevi, would you rather fight a Caleb-sized beaver or 10 beaver-sized Calebs? 10 beaver-sized Calebs. The Caleb-sized beaver. I would fucking shit myself.
Dude, that's terrifying. That's a massive rodent.
Wouldn't the teeth
like
be just
retarded-looking teeth?
Well, yeah, wouldn't the teeth be just crazy?
Yeah, and then just the little like beavers have like those claws too. They're just
oh god, and it would have
big old tail.
It would have an odor to it that would be wild.
Just dank, just so dank. Smack your around with this stupid tail.
Okay, Jake, get ready. This is for your smart ass comment. Here we go. Your great country, the United Kingdom again. The United Kingdom is going to have laws where if you're a minority, you get less time. You know what their logic is too? Their logic is that the prisons are overcrowded with minorities. And so in order to fix that, they'll just make less time for the crimes when minorities do them. Hey, that's it. What world do we live in?
Of sentencing guidelines for England and Wales puts into writing a two-tier system of justice. One tier for any minorities and another, more harsh tier for white British people.
Turning to the new sentencing guidelines that's been published alongside this statement, which will make a custodial sentence less likely for, and I quote, ethnic minorities, cultural minorities, and faith minority communities. Why is the Justice Secretary enshrining this double standard? This two-tier approach to sentencing. This is an inversion of the rule of law. We on this side of the House believe in equality under the law.
Imagine robbing a bank in the UK, and before they read your charges, the judge pulls out a Pantone skin chart and goes, you might qualify for our Justice Light program.
Oh my God.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I wish I could say that's a joke. Oh, shut up, Jake. It won't get approved. Oh, stop. Oh, stop. You know it is. We already got that in the States, by the way. We already have that in the States.
Yeah, there's no law about it.
There's places in the States where we got that. Well, in terms of getting contracts with the government and shit.
Oh, yeah.
We already got that. All right, I think I'm going to breakfast. I can't believe the guest didn't no-showed. It's at least they're consistent, the slap fighters.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom did 25.2.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I wish I was home so I could watch her do it.
She did so well on the first one. That was awesome.
Yeah. Hey, did you see Austin Hatfield's 135-pound thrusters?
I saw you said the link for it, but I didn't actually get a chance to watch it.
Holy shit, it's crazy.
Let me see.
It's crazy.
Let me see here. Oh, wow. Oh, my God.
And he says, can anyone break 4 minutes?
I like how he blacks out he just has 3 on there and he blacks out the seconds.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Where do you, oh.
Right on the top left there.
Oh, wow. He's a freak, dude.
His set of 3, he's like first 3 at 135. And then he's at like 345 or something. It is impressive though.
God, it's so crazy. I don't air squat that fast. Like that's me with a PVC pipe. That's about like as fast as I can go.
No, yeah, I can't air squat like that either. It takes me like 30 minutes just to even get to parallel.
Can we see Colton's IG?
Yeah.
If he broke 4 minutes, dude, holy shit. And hey, I mean, in those last 2 workouts at the games last year, he won them. And I think anything under 7 minutes, homeboy, Mr. Hatfield's going to be fucking really hard to beat. Like really hard to beat.
Yeah, he did the same. Colton did the same thing. He blacked out the seconds on here.
Wow. Oh, okay. So is Hatfield trolling Colton a little bit?
Maybe.
Oh
feel
my
like they're
God.
both being pretty
Colton's might even be faster than Austin's.
Yeah, by a hair.
Jeez Louise. Colton's form is crazy.
That's so wild, dude.
I think Tetlow might get under 4 minutes.
You're high if you think Ricky and Jay Crouch are going to go under 4.
Yeah, there's no way. I would be stoked if Jay Crouch did do that, though. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I think that's it. I think I'm going to breakfast.
All right.
Quick show. Quick Sunday show. Tomorrow, Thomas Seyfried. I can't tell you what disease he cured because I'd probably get kicked off of YouTube.
I think that one got rescheduled.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, there's a sent him text about it. Yeah.
Hey, that dude, that guy who listens to the show, Avera, said that it was clickbait. The show Breaking News about Dallin pulling out of. I don't think that falls under the category of clickbait.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, it looks like Dr. Seyfried's rescheduled for next Monday.
Hey, are you thinking about going soon?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your family ready, or is it just me and you?
It's Andy and Reason and your Peter, Riley, and Robbie went to church.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're either going to.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. I just want to make sure I get off the air in time. You think about going now?
Kind of heading that way.
Okay, cool. Does Haley know where that is? Over easy?
Yeah, it's on Indian School at 48th.
Okay, cool. Okay, we'll head over there.
Place we always go to.
Okay, sounds good. Bye. All right, I'm going to breakfast. Haley, will you wake the kids up if they want to go out with the Glassmans for breakfast? Who wants to go to breakfast with the Glassmans? Okay, hurry up and get your clothes on. Everyone's in bed. No one's awake.
Wow.
Yeah, just sitting here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chilling
like a villain. Yeah.
I like it.
Hurry up and get dressed. We'll go. Oh, Avi. Mwah. So this guy Avera says that was clickbait. I don't think that's clickbait. I was just really excited. I was like, oh shit. I just wanted to talk about the barbell spin article. I think it's okay.
True.
I think, yeah, I don't know for sure he's going to pull out of 25.3, but I think it's a valid, I think it's a valid assessment. It's not a stretch. You pull out of one competition that's, a month from now, that because of an injury, that means you might pull out of the one next week, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's usually how that works if you have an injury.
Yeah.
Kind of a day-to-day thing. You never know what's going to happen. Could be a really shitty day. Could be a really good day.
All right. I'm not opposed to doing clickbait. I just don't think I do it. We all knew the slap guy wasn't going to show.
But we all knew that you were going to show.
What? Oh, yeah. You want to go to breakfast? I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go. Sorry to wake you guys up so abruptly. But I think they're leaving like in 2 minutes. So I feel like we should get like moving. I got to put pants on or something to cover the bottom. My Coggonzola. Sevon, if he wants to win the games, he still has to do 25.3 public or not. I know, but I would just figure he just want to do in the privacy of his own. You know what I mean? Not go out there and fucking have to be next to Sprig and the Hooper.
Yeah, I respect that.
Sevi, can you tell my wife? Can you tell my wife I love her? Mrs. Chapman, dear Mrs. Chapman. The other day when I was talking on the phone with Jake, he would not shut the fuck up about how much he loved you. He loves it when you do that water dance, when you're face down, ass up, and your legs are in the air. You're doing, what's that called? The water thing. What are those ladies called? Synchronized swimmer.
Yeah.
He loves looking at the diamond between your pussy and your inner thighs. It's been created ever so sweetly through the art of synchronized swimming. And then on a less perverted front, he's so thankful that you've made him such beautiful kids. And he promises to protect and serve you, not only physically, emotionally, intellectually, but also to hammer the fuck out of that beef. He loves you, Mrs. Chapman. Okay, that worked? Okay, good. All right.
Happy International Women's Day, Mrs. Chapman.
Yeah. You know that the WBL is fucked when they do supported International Women's Day. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Stay focused on the fucking prize, you retards.
Let's be happy about all the things that the 10 women in our company have done over the last 2 months of our existence. We're just so thankful for them.
It's so fucking ridiculous. Listen, when you celebrate International Women's Day, all that tells me is that you don't really love women and believe in women. That you have to fucking give them a day. It's like, dude, like, what are you talking about? Every day is fucking International Women's Day.
I told my wife Happy International Women's Day, and then I asked to see her titties. So
how'd it go?
That's why I appreciate women. She sent me some boobs, dude.
Awesome.
I know.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna need some material for tonight, sweetheart.
That's right.
All right, guys. Happy Sunday. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow will be a shit show too. Caleb, thank you.
Sure.
I hope the fights are free on ESPN by this afternoon so I can watch them.
They fucking better be.
I think Apple Calendar took National Women's Day off and people were upset about it. Oh, good. I'm glad they did. Happy birthday, Mr. Kevin. Happy birthday. Happy 53rd. Go put a few rounds in the scarecrow for me. Every day is a shit show. All right.
Stop it.
Oh. You guys want to see the behind the scenes? Should I open up the behind the scenes again for a couple hours? Episodes 1 and 2, maybe even 3.
Oh.
All right. We'll open up the behind the scenes so you guys can watch something since the show is so short.